Delhi police has had no significant breakthroughs in the shocking murder of Jonathan Thong, the founder of Nagaland Democratic Forum.
नमस्कार, मैं हूं जयदीप अहलावत, आपका अपना इंस्पेक्टर हाथीराम चौधरी, थाना आउटर जमुना पार, और आप देख रहे हैं पाताल लोक।
तो उसके सपोर्टर्स को लगता है कि ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन एक कवर अप है।
तू एक क्लास है?
Now I can't talk English normally. Now I'm still talking like Meghna sometimes.
Tom died in your city offices under your watch.
हाथीराम से तो पूरा देश रेजोनेट कर रहा है।
ऐसे टाइम पे या तो आप नौकरी कर लो या ड्यूटी कर लो।
जागो, तुम सन्नाटे में चली गई थी। प्लीज मैं भाई सारा ने कहूँ, जाकर एक बार पकड़ो और सब ऐसा चला दो, लिख डालो सब जगह के सीजन 3 बनाओ। सुदीप शर्मा सीजन 3 लाओ, हम तुम्हारे साथ हैं। टाइप ऑफ मुहिम छोड़ो तुम लोग।
Today we are in for an exciting conversation with two powerhouse actors who have truly made their mark in the world of Indian cinema. Joining us in our studio are the incredibly talented Jaideep Ahlawat and of course Tillotama Shome, who are both in season 2 of Paatal Lok. Follow-ups often fall short of expectations, but Paatal Lok season 2 not only meets them, it takes everything to a whole new level. The storytelling is sharper, the characters even more complex, and the performances are as riveting as ever. Jaideep, of course, reprises his role as the gritty, determined, fan-favorite police officer, while Tillotama, known for her exquisite range, brings depth and nuance for her role, proving once again why she's one of the most respected actors in the industry. Welcome to India Today Television, guys.
Thank you.
You know, my first question to both of you, how did Paatal Lok happen to you guys?
Well, I'll start.
Yes, of course.
It happened to me first.
Yes.
I don't know. I think I was one of the most luckiest actors who was there in Bombay that day. And then next is the history. Yes, it's one of the most amazingly written screenplay, amazingly written dialogues, characters, their relationships. I was simply blown away by that. And that's how.
I think even fans are. How did it happen with you, Tillotama?
Casting bay?
Same.
By then Abhishek Banerjee had become an actor himself. But it was casting bay, I got the call, and much later I found out that Sudeep had seen Sir and had thought of me. But from when I read the script, and absolutely I got possessed. I was absolutely possessed with the world and how dense it was to read just one episode. Like how much was going on. And it's such a gift to get a world that rich and that dense.
I wanted to ask both of you, like you guys are incredible actors. Have you ever faced rejection in your career? Was there ever a moment during an audition when you felt you didn't or could not give your best? Or were there days when you thought that you gave your best but the outcome was not as expected?
I have been part of the India, today. But I was also part of India 25 years ago. But it took 25 years to come here to your office. So obviously I must have been rejected
yes, of course,
many times.
Because in your interviews I've also heard that where you're talking about the despair moments that
yes.
you experienced.
Yeah, I did. I wish, I could say it differently. And also, now I look back to it and also realize that it's not very useful. It's like, you have to go through it. But I can't whitewash it. And all I can tell myself is that when I face it again, मैं जल्दी से वहाँ से निकल लूँ. I think that experience has come to not sit in that despair for too long. It's a waste of time because time is precious,
आप कैसे navigate करते हैं इन failures को?
When you start in this field, you get rejections. Of course, you feel bad about it. But for me, it was a very temporary feeling. I think by the end of the day or the next day, it's gone. Because you can't take that feeling and, sit over and we keep crying about it. It's not the way you should deal with it. It's a rejection. And then over the period of time, you get to know, you feel, you understand that it's not a rejection for you as an actor. It's a rejection for the character. You might not as good or it should. Or point is, Every rejection actually makes you better.
Do you feel that you've truly gotten your due as an artist, or do you still feel that there are certain milestones or recognitions that you're still striving for?
I don't think like that. That should not be the process. You just feel blessed that you're working. Just feel, grateful for the people, for the audience, for your writers, your makers, that you're getting job, you're getting hired for, playing these amazing characters. And rest, the fame, everything is very much a byproduct. You keep enjoy it, you enjoy it. That's for sure. It's nothing bad about it. But that's not the focus. Focus is somewhere else. You want more work, where you can experiment more, where you can dig into more, and surprise yourself also, and explore yourself also. That's the hunger. That's the game.
I want to know, how do you prepare for a character as intricate or layered as you both are playing in Paatal Lok? And how have you been approaching acting, and how have you evolved as an actor over all these years?
It always starts from the script, actually. It always starts from the words that's written on the paper. The beauty of a very nice script, a very nice story is that your character is almost there. You just need to understand those words, those relationships, and you start making a bond with the script, and try to understand and unlayer that all those peels on the character. So for me it basically starts from the reading of a script, reading of a character, reading of a story, reading the shape, the walk, the voice, the relationships. It's always there. So it starts from there for me. Yeah.
And for you, Tillotama?
I think it's the same. It's the same. Like, an average script is like a jigsaw puzzle with big pieces.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to put.
Yeah.
Bachcha bhi kar lega. Who can't even yet have motor abilities. The pieces are big. They'll aise haath mein, you can put it together. But when you get these massive jigsaw puzzles with, 1,000 pieces, they're all tiny. They look similar, but they're not the same. And so, like, a good script, and Paatal Lok, since we're talking about, was like that, It's like a 1,000-piece thing, and you see the world, and from left to right, you have to scan. And then, like he said, you read the whole thing, and then when it enters you, all the pieces come loose, And then they start forming different shapes.
Yeah.
And, it's a process that no matter what any actor says, I really don't think it can be described.
Method acting?
The process, basically. The way you prepare something. It's every method is, there's no method. We have misused this term so much. It's so variables. Yeah. And people, most of the time, they feel very important when they see I use a method, but that's not the case. Everyone has its own process. How to reach there, how to make it believable.
What do you do in your free time? How do you utilize that time? What do you like doing the most?
Once upon a time, there was so much free time that we used to do so many things. But touch wood, after Paatal Lok 1, I did not get that much time that I do something with my free time. I just keep reading scripts for last 4 years, or either I'm working, either I'm reading scripts.
I have a lot of free time because I don't have as much work as Jaideep Bhai, and it was something that was very difficult earlier. But then every time I did a project, no matter how long the wait was, it would really wipe out the sadness, and it would give me another lease of the ability to wait again. And I think after Sir, the film, which again came after a long wait, the frequency of work increased, and I experienced that. It was wonderful to be working back to back, but I don't take it for granted. And I know how sensitive I am to being bored. There is nothing more terrible for me than a sense of boredom, and so I have cultivated many interests because I valued my sanity, and I knew that I don't feel very sane when I have nothing to do, you know. And so there are many things. There are many things that I do.
To name a few?
I love gardening. And I love going for long walks and I love picking up flowers on the way, photographing roots and plants and leaves, and it gives me immense pleasure.
Basically.
Yeah, immense pleasure.
But as artists, how do you measure success? Is it about the loud claps in theatres, or getting that perfect shot on the set, or the massive box office numbers, or do you measure it differently altogether?
When I get called for a job like this, I feel very successful that they trusted me with this. Yeah.
For you, Jaideep?
I think it's a sense of security that you can do something which you want without getting scared, without getting, without thinking about so many things too much. I know I can handle the rest of the things. I want to do something like this. And still people want to see you, look up to you, and get inspired by it. But you're doing your job. You're just doing what you want to do. And there is no fear to fail. Even if you fail, there is no fear to fail. There is no fear to go down. Even if you go down, you are already there.
For you guys, was acting always your plan A?
No.
You guys?
Because you're from Delhi. You passed out from LSR.
Yes. I mean, I'm not from anywhere because, in all fairness, my father took me all over India. My parents.
भारतीय हो गई.
क्योंकि वो Indian Air Force में थे.
Indian Air Force.
So, yeah.
So you kept changing your cities and...
Yes, I did.
Sort of.
Yeah.
So was your acting your...
No, not at all. Not at all, because I didn't have any role model from this world, and it was really something that was just I did theatre in college in a play which had almost no dialogues, and Anurupa Roy, who is one of India's finest puppeteers, was the Drama Society president at that time. And I went for an audition only because I had seen कि इसके non-speaking part था वो, and मुझे लगा कि अगर मैं उस audition के लिए जाऊँ तो लोगों को पता नहीं चलेगा कि I have a stammer. So I went, I got the job, and as we toured with that play in many cities, I realized I am able to talk without a stammer, and so some magic has happened. That's when I became very curious, and I studied drama therapy, and in New York, and after I did all that, then I came back to acting again, but it was much later in life. Much later. In fact, I had a very clear academic career planned.
I wanted to be an army officer.
You wanted to become?
Army officer.
Army officer.
Yeah,
wow.
But of course.
Would you want to play that role ever?
I would love to.
Given a chance?
I would love to. Yeah, of course. Why not?
Talking about your journeys, I have this one picture. I'll ask my producer to show it to you on the screens.
Oh yeah.
If you could share any memory of this photo, because we can see you with Rajkumar Rao, and
it's me, then Rajkumar, then Prabhat Raghunandan, Vijay Verma, and Sunny Hinduja. We are batchmates from FTI batch 2005 to 2007, and October 2005. But we passed out from the shoot in January 2008, I suppose. Yeah, that's the final days. We were. I think this picture. We had a screening of our diploma film in Bombay That time it was there.
Wow, such an
As
old
far as I
picture. It's
remember,
going
yeah.
viral actually.
Oh yeah.
Incredibly
Jawan hate tab.
talented three actors we have, Vijay, you and of
Jawan
course
hate tab sab.
Rajkumar. Can we expect season 3 of Paatal Lok?
I'll give you a number, Sudeep Sharma. Ask him. Because that's the only man. If he writes, it will happen.
I just would want to request you, for your viewers, एक dialogue हो जाए आपके favorite Paatal Lok से.
मैं मेघना को बोलता हूँ वो कि जब बहुत सारी बात की नौकरी ये तुम समझ नहीं रहे हो, अतरा मेरे ऊपर भी प्रेशर है, तो बोलता कि मैं मानता हूँ ये सब है, पर मेरा तजर्बा है मैडम कि ऐसे टाइम पे या तो आप नौकरी कर लो या ड्यूटी कर लो. तो बहुत सुंदर लाइन लगती है.
And Meghna comes back and says, "You're not the only one who's doing his duty."
Yes.
I love
Don't be a hero.
how I love that line where she says to Isaac that I know it's not easy to take orders from a woman, but get used to it already.
और जैसे कहते हैं ना, पुलिस ऑफिसर का रोल निभाना बहुत मुश्किल है और आप दोनों ने ही पुलिस ऑफिसर का रोल निभाया है, तो आपने दोनों ने ही इतने बेहद कन्विंसिंगली उस कैरेक्टर को निभाया है कि मतलब ऐसा रियल पुलिस ऑफिसर कोई फेल कर दे. तो उस प्रेपरेशन में क्या क्या गया था, अगर आप हमें बता पाए तो.
मेरी तो एक्चुअली सीजन 1 से तैयारी शुरू हुई थी. सुदीप भाई का जो एक बेसिक, मुझे लगता है सिर्फ एक ही उनका वो था कि भाई वेट बढ़ा लेना, क्योंकि मैं ऑफ कोर्स उस वेट पे था नहीं, तो मैं कुछ 10-12-15 किलो वेट बढ़ाया गया सीजन 1 के टाइम पे. और वहीं से तैयारी शुरू होती है. फिर आप समझते हो कि किस तरह का इंसान है, किस तरह की जॉब है, क्या क्या परेशानियां हैं इसको, क्या क्या कठिनाइयां हैं, घर पे हो या जॉब में हो, या रिश्ते कैसे हैं उसका वर्क के साथ, घर पे बच्चों के साथ, वाइफ के साथ, बाकी जो पुलिस का स्टाफ है उसके साथ. देन अंसारी इज़ वेरी न्यू टू द ऑफिस, तो उसके साथ जो रिलेशनशिप क्रिएट हो रहा होता है, तो आई थिंक उन रिश्तों की समझ और इस आदमी की मनोस्थिति जो होती है बेसिकली, उसको समझने से शुरुआत होती है.
सबसे मुश्किल सीन कौन सा रहा है आप लोगों के लिए शूट करने के लिए?
बहुत मज़ा आया है सारे सीनों में, मतलब रियली. मुश्किल तो मतलब ये था कि जिस दिन मैं शूट नहीं कर रही थी उस दिन मेरे लिए बहुत मुश्किल था.
उस दिन अकेलापन सा लगता है सडनली, क्योंकि
कि ये लोग सब, मुझे पता है, मज़े ले रहे हैं सेट पे, अब मैं यहाँ बैठी हूँ. सो इवन ऑन डेज आई डिडंट शूट, आई वेंट ऑन सेट एक्चुअली. आई जस्ट वांटेड टू वॉच. सो इट्स नॉट इन द प्रिपरेशन, इट वाज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर मी, being a Bengali, getting a chance to play a character that is Assamese and speaks in Nagamese.
Absolutely.
What was very important for me was that the representation was as close as possible. Meghna calls Hathiram and tells him that मैंने अंसारी का फ़ोन नहीं लिया. That felt like a hard day and a hard scene.
When Ansari's body comes at the airport and he is receiving there, I think, I don't know, I could not understand how to take that information and convey it as an actor. So it took some time, and it was, it was there in my mind how I'm going to play this throughout the whole day, and it was a night shoot. So yeah, that was very difficult.
अगर आप इनके बारे में कुछ बता पाए, रियल जयदीप कैसे हैं और रियल तिलोत्तमा किस तरह की?
जागो, तुम सन्नाटे में चली गई. एक बहुत ही एक बहुत ही फ्रेश एनर्जी होती है ना, जब कोई सेट पे होता है जिसको देख के आपको लगता है कि यार ये कुछ ज़्यादा ही पॉजिटिव है लाइफ को लेके. मतलब आप सडनली मैं देखूंगा कि तिलोत्तमा ना खाली फूल देखती घूम रही है, बच्चों की तरह ना फूल ढूंढ रही है कि कौन सा ज़मीन में पड़ा है, कहाँ, तो इसको खाली देखते रहो 10-15 मिनट, कर क्या रही है, अच्छा ओ फूल इकट्ठा कर रही है. तो इसकी जो एनर्जी इतनी फ्रेश है, इतनी इनोसेंट है कि वो बहुत बहुत मज़ा आता है. कभी कभी मुझे डर भी लगता है, मैंने इसको बोला तो तू थोड़ी ओवर इमोशनल है लाइफ में.
I feel very safe with people who are very comfortable in their silences. And I can be in the same room with him and we don't have to exchange any words, and it's a great sense of safety and comfort, and that comes from a man who is very very secure and very gentle.
Wow.
And I really appreciate that more than any quality in any human being.
All right, on that note, thank you so much for joining us on India Today, and all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Thank you.
कोई है मैडम जो इस केस की गोटियां गायब कर रहा है, और मेरा तजुर्बा है कि ऐसे टाइम पे या तो आप नौकरी कर लो या ड्यूटी कर लो।
पाताल लोक है सर, इतना मत घुसिए कि मेरी तरह निकलना मुश्किल हो जाए।
टेंशन मत ले, मैं पाताल लोक का ना परमानेंट निवासी।